Hello everybody. So I decided to create a series of short videos for investor education to try and help you all invest better. So today we'll be starting with our first video, which is why to save or invest. So basic purpose for saving and investment would be people are trying to build their retirement corpus, or they're saving for some kind of unforeseen event, contingency fund type of, and the most important or most common reason would be to buy something, or for a larger expenditure, maybe buying a home, buy plan an exotic vacation, or children's marriage, children's education, something like that. So let us start with the difference between investing and saving. Saving is when you keep your money in cash, like in locker or maybe even saving account. What you're doing there is you're just accumulating your money, which is a good way to for a contingency fund. It's a good way for an emergency fund. So you can collect, you can keep aside a lump sum of money to meet some emergencies, maybe uh, some unforeseen event like a job loss or a large medical expenditure, something like that. It's not a very good idea for long-term stuff like for retirement or for children's education, because in long term, just putting aside your money in a locker or a saving account would actually be incurring losses. And how that would happen, I'll show you here. So there's something called as inflation. Inflation is the rate at which prices of goods and services increase every year. So if we take our current inflation number, which is 5.03%, so if we take 5% as inflation, what you can buy for 1 lakh today, 10 years down the line, you would be able to buy the same thing for 1,62,000. So if you take 1 lakh and just put it in your locker, in 10 years down the line, you take that 1 lakh. Sorry, you cannot buy what you could have bought today with that 1 lakh. The same thing would cost 1,62,000. So even though in terms of like rupee value, it is still 1 lakh, but the things it can buy is has changed. It cannot buy the same things anymore. So that's how money actually loses its value with inflation. Inflation is it's like kind of eating up your value of your money if it just stays idle. On the other hand, investment is buying an asset. How does that help? It helps you grow your money by either price appreciation or through a regular cash flow. So if you buy some stocks or maybe a real estate or gold, you can increase your money when the price of that asset increases. And on the other hand, regular cash flow would be like if you do fixed deposit or if you buy some bonds, then you can get regular cash flow from it. Investing is useful for everything, like from an emergency fund to the retirement fund and everything in between, all the goal-based investing, like all the goals that you have, financial goals, buying something or spending for some reason. This all can be met with with investment. And investment is very important to keep up with inflation. Like as we saw in the previous example, if you keep your 1 lakh in the locker, uh, it's going to remain 1 lakh. But but the same thing that costs today 1 lakh is going to become 1,62,000 in 10 years. Now, instead of keeping that 1 lakh in locker, if you take that 1 lakh and invest it in equities maybe, and if you earn 12% return on it, then your same 1 lakh would turn out to be 3,10,000 after 10 years. So even though the prices of commodities are increasing, your money is increasing at a faster rate. So after 10 years, maybe you could buy two of those. The same thing that you could buy today, one in the same amount. Like your same 1 lakh is actually growing enough that you could afford two of those. So investing is very important when you want to keep up with inflation or rather beat inflation. Your money value growing faster than inflation. That's only how you can keep its value intact. Next, we'll see how investing helps. So investing helps your money to grow faster. faster than inflation. Like inflation is growing by 5%, you can grow your money by 8, 10, 12% by investing in right asset at right time. It the same money, like with the same 1 lakh, what you can buy today, if you invest it for 10 years down the line, you could afford more things from that. Because as we saw, that 1 lakh grew to 3,10,000. So it is beating inflation, and you can buy more things for the same amount if you just delay your consumption. It helps you meet a larger expenditure. Like if you like for example, maybe children's education, you can take a foreign education or something like that, or buying a property. These are big expenditures. So you can actually investing can help you to accumulate enough corpus that you can spend on these things. What investing does it does is it makes your money work for you. And the best part about it is that your money will keep working for you even when you're sleeping. It keeps on working for you 24/7. And the best part about investing is the magic of compounding. I'll just show you with an example. So over here, if you see, I got an example where where one can invest 1 lakh rupees every year for 30 years. And after 30 years, if you are investing that 1 lakh in maybe equities and you're earning something around 12%, your this 30 lakhs that you invest in 30 years will actually turn out to be a huge sum of 2 crore 70 lakhs. That is power of compounding. The longer you keep it, the larger value is going to grow. It's like a snowball. The longer it's going to go, the larger it's going to be. So this is the magic of compounding. So when you invest, this magic works for you. When you borrow, this magic works against you. And finally, investing will help you to reach your financial independence. Like one fine day, you can accumulate enough corpus that you can just, you can just quit your day job, follow your passion, whatever it may be, and like it gives you that freedom that you can spend your time the way you want. This can be achieved through investing and building enough corpus. Now, how do you invest? So there are various asset classes where you can invest. The, let's begin with debt or fixed income, which is the examples would be your fixed deposits, bonds. Then comes equity. Equity is like what you all know, shares, stocks. This all belongs to the equities, mutual funds. Then real estate, you can buy a commercial property, residential property, the gold and precious metals, silver and all. Then there are alternative assets, hedge funds and private equity and all, but that's not probably what a retail investor would invest into or can invest into rather. And then there is insurance that has been used as investment in India, especially our previous generation used to like invest in insurance. Now, is it even an investment asset class or is it even an investment option? We'll see that in later videos. We'll see go through each asset class separately in later videos. So that's all for the first video. I just wanted to put across the importance of investing, and I just wanted to show you the magic of compounding, like what it can do to your wealth. It can make you rich. So feel free to reach me out at my email address karandattani94 at kdattani94@gmail.com, or my Twitter handle karandattani94. Feel free to ask me any queries. Some of your queries, I may try to make a video on them. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.